Hello my friends, I'm so excited to share with you this exclusive die for the Stamps of Life because it coordinates with one of our stamp sets, and actually eventually it'll coordinate with even more stamps and die sets that are with the Stamps of Life. But this one is really fun. It is a, look, it's a film strip die. Now all of these little tiny rectangles cut out. Now the funny thing is how I designed this is I found an old film strip negative piece that I had in my stash of just stuff, and I literally, well actually it was more than one because I got a whole bunch, and I like made sure that the lines up, all the little rectangles lined up with that one, and I really recreated it in a die form. So it's like a legitimate negative film strip, and it's really fun, and I have some fun dies, samples to share with you, and I'm going to cut this out for you. Now it coordinates really well with our camera to stamp set, and then eventually there's going to be other products that coordinate with this as well. So make sure you check those out too. Now let me show you, before I actually show you our samples, I want to show you how easy this is to cut out. I highly recommend you use the Sizzix adhesive sheets on the back, because imagine trying to glue this down after you cut it out. It's very intricate. So what I'm going to do is I always have Sizzix adhesive sheets on the corner of my table, so I'm going to grab some and I'm going to peel this off. And so now it's all sticky there. I don't want to touch that. Sometimes I accidentally touch it. And I'm going to lay this down right there on my paper. Now, I have a tendency, so all of this is sticky. So when I run this through my machine, it's going to be a sticker, right? But if I accidentally die cut over here, I'm going to have a problem. So I don't ever want to keep that there, because then I have a problem if I don't have adhesive there. So what I do is I just tear it like that, save this for another time. But now I know this whole sheet is a sticker. So I'm going to get my two cutting pads. Of course, I'm using my magnetic platform because it's my favorite thing in the world. And I'm going to get my die. Now, you've heard me say this many times, but I want to remind you, don't make a speed bump for your roller. Here's my roller inside the machine. I don't want to make a speed bump. If I run it through the machine like that, that's two speed bumps, one there and one there. These rollers are going to jump over that and not really cut it as well as it could. If I turn it this way, it's going to go through that machine nice and slow, a little bit at a time, getting pressure on all of those die lines. And that's or the die blades, and that's what's going to create the perfect cutout for me. So I'm going to run this through. Oh, and here's another tip that I do without thinking, but I felt like this was curving a little tiny bit, and you'll notice it's really nice and flat. Yours probably might not be this flat. The reason why mine are so flat is I turn them constantly, and people say, oh, I always turn mine once in a while. No, I constantly. So I felt that it was kind of concaving just a little this way, and you probably can't even tell. I can't even tell, I can just feel it. So I can feel that it's almost starting to bow this way. I want to cut into the bow or the bowl. So now it's kind of going like this. So I'm going to cut that way, and that's going to flatten that out just a little bit more. So that's just a quick tip. So I'm going to run that through. Now this is a very intricate die, so give it a second. You won't need to go through twice, but now look at this. This is so fun. So you're going to pop this out, and now these squares are all separate. Now, can you imagine, see how intricate this is? Can you imagine trying to add adhesive to the back of this? Oh, you don't want to do that. Now, all of these little rectangles are also cut out. I know it's hard to see. Some stayed in the die, but I'm going to peel this off so you can really see. And most of them will stay on the adhesive. See how some of the squares stayed on. Now, if they didn't, they're still cut out. You just got to poke them out a little. See how that one just fell out? You just kind of got to give them a little poke because they just are stuck from the adhesive. But look at how intricate this die is. Isn't this fantastic? Now we could do lots of fun things with this, and I have great samples to share with you. I just wanted you to see how fun this was to cut out. Let me get that one last one so you can see it. Isn't that fun? It looks like a real negative piece, doesn't it? I love it. So let me share my samples with you. We'll move that off to the side. Our design team is amazing, and they did some really cute ones. We'll put this down. This one's by Helen, and she used the Talk for Phone die set, and then she added that film strip die with hearts in the center. Isn't that cute? I love that. This one's also by Helen, and she used our camera to stamp die set, and then she put pattern paper behind each of those. Isn't that cute? I love that. This one's by Vanessa. Now she did some fancy technique on here to make it look like real film. So she probably did some Tim Holtz stuff on there to kind of antique it a little bit, and it just looks fantastic. Here's another one by Vanessa, and I think this is just so simple and so easy. She just laid it across and stamped a couple cute little things on the inside just to make it look really fun. Here's another one by Vanessa. Now this one is really cool. What she did was she took those rectangles that were cut out from the die and stamped on them and then put them back in. I love that. And here's one by Helen, and she did, this is really fun, she laid it down and sprayed it, and then she took the piece that she sprayed and she turned it a different way and then laid it on top. So this is like, it created a mask effect on the back here. It says, "You're a star." Isn't that adorable? There, now you can really see it. Isn't that pretty? Now make sure you check out our idea gallery on our website. We have even more ideas using this die. But I'm having so much fun with this one, so make sure you check it out. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Shadow in the black light, looking over, taste the good life. 'Cause even though you got it, it's never like you got it on your own. Your street light, standing foolish in the late night, taste the coolest. 'Cause even though you got it, it's never like you got it on your own. Your shadow in the black light, looking over, taste the good life. 'Cause even